It is time for Motivation Monday, and today we're talking about likability, how to improve our likability. And boy, do I need this. Pete Blank joins us now to talk more about that. He's a leadership expert, author, and public speaker. He joins us by Zoom. Pete, good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Mike. I always try to pick my topics that will help you be a better person, so that's what we're going on today.
All right, and where do we start?
Well, this whole idea of likability, believe it or not, Mike, people who consider themselves likable, or studies show that people who are likable, they do better in sales, they do better in relationships, they do better in their jobs. And it's just this idea that if you're a likable person, that you can become more successful and more helpful in the greater global good. But this has been backed up recently. There was a study done by Harvard University that said that there's one simple thing we all need to do if we want to be more likable. And I want to share that with you now.
All right.
Why don't you ask me a question?
I'm going to ask you a question about what you learned from that study, and the one thing that we need, definitely that's essential to being likable.
And would you believe the answer is to ask questions of other people? The whole idea, so I sort of set you up for that. The whole idea is that if you have somebody at work, Mike, who says something like, oh, my mother's not feeling well, and you go, that's too bad, then the conversation ends. But if you say, tell me about that. Is she okay? Is there anything I can do to help you? How can I assist with that? The people who ask questions, or even if you say something like, hey, I went to the park this weekend, and I were to say, which park did you go to? How was it? Did you like it? What did you learn? Those simple acts of asking questions of others shows you care, shows you're interested, and creates a more likability outcome for you.
All right, well, give us some practical things. That's one thing, but what are some other things we can work on to really get there?
Right. And again, the toughest thing about this is, as human beings, we always want to talk about ourselves. We always want to come back. We are creating the conversation in our heads that says, after you get done finishing, Mike, I can't wait to tell you my point of view. So we have to disconnect from ourselves and remember, it's not always about ourselves. The idea of, if I just show interest in the person I'm talking to, if I do follow-up questions, if I ask them more about what they're going through, that's the key, number one, to building a better relationship, but number two, to becoming a more likable person. When you become more likable, trust me, more good things start happening with you, your friends, your relationships. It's just exponentially grows. And that's just not my opinion. Again, that's Harvard research that's come back recently and shared that with us.
Well, Pete, you're a likable person, and we appreciate you joining us every Monday for Motivation Monday. But that is a good message and good words of wisdom for all of us, I think.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, Mickey?
Hey, Mike. Did you have a nice weekend? Huh? Okay. What did you do?
I was all over the state, actually.
Good time?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did. Can I do anything for you?
Yeah, you could buy me lunch.
All right. Okay, well, I went too far. I tried what he said, but I didn't like the way it turned out.